Do 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 do. See you tomorrow. Do 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 do.
It's more just see you now.
See you now. See you now. Do 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 do. Everything's going great, Dan. Hi.
It's been a minute.
Hi,
We're
Dan.
back.
We're sure the shit are. I couldn't be more back.
You've spent 10 days
Yeah.
in paradise.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You got
did.
back last night
Yeah, I did.
by the sign of the novelty collector houses balanced on the window frame
I'm gonna turn you
behind
down.
you. You are back at your parents' house. And you know what? You
What?
look like in record time you have erased 10 days in paradise.
Mm-hmm. First of all, I want to bring your attention to this object right here.
Okay, Maureen is pointing, I believe, to a television.
Next to the television, you'll see like a weird object on the wall.
Okay, it's a little bit blurry. It looks almost like some handkerchiefs or something mounted
Now
to
watch,
the wall.
Dan. Watch carefully.
I'm excited that she's showing me this. Oh, now she's walking toward what looks like maybe a towel. Okay, and now everything's okay, she's removed it. Oh, is it a clock?
It's a clock, Dan.
Okay.
That on every hour makes the sound of the bird pictured there.
Okay.
So you will hear that whenever there's light in the room.
Oh, fun. Is that new?
I bought it for my mom for Christmas. She asked for it. I didn't know what it did. I just thought it had birds on it.
Well done.
But it, at
done.
4 o'clock, it'll be like,
This is a self-inflicted wound, is what you're saying.
Dan, they're all self-inflicted.
Anyway, hello. Welcome to Says Who. I am Dan Sinker. You are Maureen Johnson.
I've got sand in my keyboard still.
We have not released an episode in 2 weeks due to Maureen's writing retreat, which you sent me pictures. That looked some gorgeousness.
Hey, Dan, can I tell you how my days were spent?
Yes.
Wake up around 7.
Okay, a.m.
Mm-hmm. I would walk down. So it's kind of 2 buildings. So it's just, and there's all sand. Everything's just sand. So I'd just get up and I'd walk down over like a couple feet to the other building into the kitchen where 2 kittens would wait for me every morning for breakfast.
Yeah.
They'd come in with me. I'd set the coffee pot going. Then I'd walk through, slide open the big door to the room, the big living room that faces the sea, the veranda, the big outdoor dining table, the pool. I'd slide that door open. Yeah. I'd get my computer. I'd already wake up, brush teeth, suntan lotion, chair, work.
It's amazing. Incredible.
And breakfast would be laid out. Sometimes I would skip that. Sometimes I'd come over and eat some lunch and dinner. So back to the chair, work, just worked. And I'd get in the water for at least a half hour each day.
This sounds perfect.
And Dan, I closed the last file on that book on the plane.
Oh, wow.
And sent it by hotspotting my computer at the baggage claim.
Yes.
But Dan, I needed to get, after we landed at 4, I needed to get back down to Philly to pick up my dog.
Yeah.
Every train, I flew into Newark for a reason, and every single train was delayed by hours.
Okay. Yeah.
So as we were landing, I was on the Wi-Fi, and I said...
Is this due to weather-related incident?
Yeah, I guess so. They're all like 2 hours late. Yeah. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? Fuck it. Then, from using the Wi-Fi, as I finished the book, I was doing this. I rented a car.
Okay. That's smart.
At the Newark airport.
Yeah.
I left Oscar. He went one way. I went the other. I walked the 90 miles through Newark airport to the car rental place.
Okay.
That took the longest. That almost took longer than
Oscar went home, or Oscar?
He went home.
You've left your husband. Okay.
He went to New York. I came here.
Got it. He's smart.
I got on the highway at 6 p.m.
Okay.
They called me. I had to pull over a rest stop, talk to them. They're like, "Oh, you're coming to Dexy, and but we close at 7. I said, your set says 8.
Oh.
I said, can you wait till 7:15? Dan, I made it there at 11 minutes after 7.
Boom.
I got my dog and I drove here. And I had started the day, Dan, even earlier. I woke up at 6.
Okay.
It was still dark out.
Yeah.
I was out on the beach when it was still dark. I watched the sun come up from the beach, Dan.
Oh, that's perfect.
I sat there, Dan, and watched the goddamn sunrise over the water.
I love that.
I'm in Philly now, Dan.
Yeah, it seems like a mistake.
Hasn't even been 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
You may at some point hear my dad screaming in the background.
Perfect. Wonderful.
I had to drop the car off next to the Trump store.
Oh, that's Maureen sent me a photograph earlier today of you standing. You looked quite chilly standing in front of the Trump store.
It's fucking freezing.
Yeah.
All the snow is beautiful and perfect because it's frozen solid.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the same here right now. I mean, it's the same everywhere, I think. Yeah.
See our winter wonderland out there?
She's rotating this so that I can see the winter. But the thing is, I can just look out my own window. I have not been in paradise, Maureen Johnson. I've been in hell. Welcome back.
I didn't have the internet on my computer for a week.
That was smart.
Which was part of the recording issue.
That is the large reason why we have not done an episode in a little bit, is because you didn't put the internet on your computer, and I respect that move and wanted to enable that move.
We were going to try to do it using my phone.
Yeah, at one point Maureen was like, "We could maybe do it on the phone," and I was like, "I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke."
So, Dan, did anything happen when I was gone?
Yes. Maureen Johnson. I don't even know how to begin. Other than astute listeners, you might not hear right now because the furnace is turned on, but might be hearing a little chirping happening behind me. That's because I run a 3D printer 24 hours a day now, Maureen. I went from, I'm going to get a 3D printer to make some whistles, to I am now single-handedly producing 500 whistles a day. Part of that involves waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning to change a printer plate and then going back to sleep. Wow. I run a 24/7 printer factory.
Dan, you're incredible.
But it's good. It's good. Well, it's good, honestly. So I don't think I'm telling anyone that is listening anything they don't already know. And I don't know how much you know, but everything's horrible. Everything's a fucking nightmare. For those of people listening that are in the Twin Cities, Jesus, you've been in the fucking barrel. And my heart goes out to you a million times over. But I got connected early in the year. I mean, I have talked about whistles before, and in the fall when shit was fucking rough in Chicago, I was sourcing and distributing whistles locally as much as I could. And at some point I kind of fell in with some folks that were doing the same in Chicago. And but some of them were 3D printing them. And I was like, well, that sounds finicky and hard. And then they were like, yes, but I've made 1,000 whistles. And I'm like, well, now I'm listening. And so the beginning of the year, I bought a printer with the exclusive intention of printing whistles. It came, I got it set up. I have now, at this point, Maureen, I've printed 3 fidget toys for my 10-year-old and almost 6,000 whistles. And that is all I've done with the 3D printer. But I got connected with a bunch of fucking weirdos and nerds who are all doing this and it is a collective effort at this point. This crew has, I haven't checked the spreadsheet. I could check the spreadsheet right now. If it's open on this computer, might not be. Oh, there it is. Shipped this month, the month of January, as of right now, has shipped 176,968 whistles all over the country for no cost. Everything is fucking horrible. But Maureen Johnson, connecting with this fucking crew of total weirdos in the best possible way, has, I think, been the only thing that has kept me from going completely insane. So I'm appreciative of this crew.
You're incredible.
I'm just fucking trying to live in this shithole that we live in.
Are you? Did I have a bunch of birds on your shirt? It's on your shirt.
I have pelicans on my shirt.
Oh wow, far out.
Had to go to a meeting before we recorded, and I was out the door. It was like a meeting with a lawyer, and I was out the door, and I looked down, and I realized I was wearing a hoodie that just said anti-fascist giant on it, and I was like, this is maybe not lawyer attire. So I had to run back inside and grab a shirt out of my closet, and the one I have has little pelicans on the shoulder blades, like cowboy style shirt with little pelicans on it.
I have been around so many pelicans this last week.
Oh, I bet.
So many pelicans. If the one thing I saw a lot of, pelicans.
Pelicans are cool.
I never saw any fish though, because it was a big reef in front of where we were.
That's because the pelicans were eating them all.
So all the little tiny ones were eaten by the pelicans.
Yeah. I once, my family, when I was a kid, we were on a vacation in Florida, and there were a lot of pelicans. Specifically, there were a lot of pelicans that would roost in a tree right by like the beach where we were staying. We were out in the water, and I was out in the water. At one point, all the pelicans left the tree, flew over me, and all took a shit at the same time.
Oh, Dan.
It was probably like 100 pelicans just shitting. It was hitting the water like I was fucking coated in pelican shit.
That was the Dave Matthews Band of pelicans that went over you.
It was the Dave Matthews Band of pelicans.
Dan.
Yeah.
So I did see, I did have my phone at times.
Yeah.
So what's been going on?
Well, Maureen Johnson. Things aren't great.
No.
ICE's occupation of Minneapolis, St. Paul, which was brutal and insane to begin with. Just for a little bit of context, Chicago, place I know, we were occupied by feds in September and October into November. And it was constant, and it was so fucking stressful. And there were 300 federal agents gooning around the city. Minneapolis, St. Paul has 3,000, 10 times that. And let me just point out, a metro area significantly smaller than Chicago. No offense, Minneapolis, St. Paul people. I know you're all going to write and say, oh, but Minneapolis, St. Paul combined is this? No, you're a smaller place in the Chicago area. And that's the problem. It was not only is it a smaller area to put goons in, they put 10 times as many goons in. So it was insane from jump. And then they started killing people. Just fucking shooting them in the street. Had we recorded when Renee Good was killed? I think so.
Yes.
That might have been the last thing we recorded, right?
That happened a little. Yes, that had definitely happened. Maybe even sometime before. I left on the 18th. So that had well happened.
Yeah. So yeah, they shot that woman in the face in her car, and then they shot a dude, Alex Preddy, on the street, essentially in the back after beating him. Not great.
Like a bunch of cowardly little fucks. A bunch
Yeah.
of cowardly little fucking losers.
Yeah, like a bunch of cowardly fucking losers. Amazingly, not necessarily amazingly, but it does seem that the killing of Preddy has at least bubbled up to a level. I mean, there was already outrage at the killing of Renee Good, but not so much at like the governmental level. Like, she was killed, and then the Democrats in the House helped to pass a budget that included funding for the DHS. And then Preddy was killed, and now the Senate, who needed to pass his budget, I believe, by tomorrow, maybe by Saturday, have put a full stop on it. So there was a change at that level. And then it seemed that the typical Department of Homeland Security response, which has been consistent since they first started cracking down in LA and was very, very apparent to anyone with eyes in Chicago, was any incident that they had to issue a statement on, that statement was going to be a lie. And then eventually they would backtrack on that statement or contradict that statement or otherwise. But the amount of observers that have been on the street in Minneapolis, St. Paul, has made it so that their lies are immediately contradicted. And so in this case, they immediately said that this guy had a gun and that he was an assassin who was planning to, inflict mayhem. And then while he was carrying a gun, which is legal and he had a license for, video immediately proved that he in fact never wielded that gun and that the gun was actually taken from him by an officer before they killed him. And those lies actually were called out as such. So it has created a little bit of change. Greg Bavino, who was the figurehead goon running point on shit since LA, was in fact sent a packing, which is great. He's a fucking short, evil fuck. But
short, not a king. Not
a short king.
I'm married to a short king. He's not a short king. He's an evil little knuckleless thumb of a boy.
Yeah, knuckleless thumb of a boy who seems to have a very tiny bladder, spends a lot of time wherever he is driving around trying to pee places. Aww. And not being allowed to pee, which is great. But he was not just sent a packing. They cut off his social media, which I think in this world was a fate worse than death.
We're never going to see his collabs or his dance videos now.
I know. He's been replaced by Tom Homan, who
it's
has
like human, but not quite.
Not quite. Another bit of Chicago trivia, to which I will never forget Tom Homan's name, because there's a Chicago police, very infamous Chicago police black site called Homan Square that they used to take people and beat them. So Tom Homan, appropriately named, is now in charge. He has the charisma of a wet paper bag, but also an evil fuck. So we'll see. They in Chicago, when Bavino left Chicago, his goons left with him, and things. While ICE and Border Patrol had never left completely, the sort of neighborhood crackdowns have slowed significantly in
Chicago.
My understanding from talking to friends up in the Twin Cities, that has not happened. It is still real fucking rough up there. So we'll see where they go from here. But it has bubbled up to the point where, you know, Trump has had to kind of backpedal a little bit.
Well, bubbling up means they killed 2 white people.
Yeah, definitely.
They have killed how many? 34 other people?
There are many numbers. I think we don't know actually completely how many people have died in ICE custody.
Right. That's impossible to know.
They have shot and killed only a few other people. I believe the first of which was actually here in Chicago, a dad who had dropped his kid off and was stopped stopped, you know, and attempted to be put into custody because he was an immigrant. They've shot at many people, but yeah, I mean, bubbling up is because they shot 2 white people. And I think especially with Preddy, they shot a white dude who was carrying a firearm legally, you know, and then they tried to use that firearm as a excuse for why they did it, which is a problem with their base.
That's going to be an issue.
Yeah. Also, that dude was a fucking ICU nurse at the Veterans Hospital. Like, yeah. Hard to imagine a more sympathetic character in many ways. But it has created for some interesting palace intrigue. At least for a minute, it seemed like maybe Kristi Noem was going to get the axe. She has then sort of tried to stab a knife into Stephen Miller's back. Now they both seem a little bit more like they're maybe going to get through this, but it seems, Maureen, when we talk about all this bubbling up, where it's really gotten feisty is with the Baileys. Chuck Schumer's imaginary family.
Yes, they are. How dare you? His friends.
Clearly pissed because Chuck Schumer, of all people, has stopped. In fact, just before we recorded, I believe that they have officially killed this budget bill for now. He has said that he wants to see Stephen Miller fired. I can only assume that Eileen and Joe Bailey are fucking pissed. They've had enough.
You don't want to get the Baileys on the wrong side. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the Baileys.
No, Chuck Schumer sure doesn't. On top of all of that, Ilhan Omar, Minneapolis representative and often a punching bag for the right, was giving a speech in the Twin Cities when a dude fucking ran up and sprayed her with something, which he was tackled, and then she fucking went at him. She did fucking beat that dude's ass.
Yeah, she really was. That was, I mean, so why did I, Dan,
why did you
every
come
once in a while, I'd see a little ghost crab come out.
Yeah, I bet.
Kind of chittle sideways and chittle sideways. Wrote, ate guacamole, talked with friends about books. I didn't wear shoes for a week, Dan.
Man,
we never left the house.
Of the foot prisons.
Ever. I had no foot prisons, Dan. Everything was sand beneath my feet. That was it.
You were living the dream.
Sand
just
and
you and
floors.
The earth. Were you sunning your butthole?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Always. I do that now, even when I'm here.
Well, sure.
Cold. Yeah.
Very.
You gotta ice that veg. You gotta do it. Nature's ice dispenser.
Horrible. Horrible.
Yeah.
No.
Here I am, rocking like a Volkswagen. That's something I just wrote for you, Dan.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm real sleepy, Dan. I'm real sleepy.
I bet you are. I want the record to state that I was advocating that we skip this episode.
But I wanted to say hi to everybody.
But you were actually very insistent.
Yeah.
Do you have regrets now?
Nope. I am going to take a nap today. I know it sounds insane, but I truly finished it. I ran right up to the end.
That doesn't sound insane. We've all of us listening have been here with you for many books now.
Sent it. And I woke up this morning here and thought, I need a vacation.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I didn't know where the hell I was when I woke up. I had no idea. Still don't.
Yeah.
Parents are fighting out there. Just dropped off the car. Too frozen to walk the dog.
You're good. You've done it. You've done the thing.
This weird clock that's going to make a noise any second now. They're going to bring their weird rumble through this room at any second.
It's nice.
Just thinking about tapping
I like
out
that you
for an
do
hour.
this to yourself after every trip.
It's good to really bring it back. Just bring it back, Dan, to where
I feel like
what I deserve.
Now that you're done with your writing for the moment, maybe take a half day once you're back and find just a glorious place to stow your dog that's close to your home. Think of it. You could just get off plane and go get your dog and go home.
Well, that's the trouble, Dan. We live in New York, and we have actually, I think I've read about or Googled or checked out every dog boarding facility in New York City.
I think there's got to be a nice one. Oh, that's nice. Does it do that even at night? Like when you're trying to sleep?
It does it if there's any light. It has a light sensor.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's a nice
That's
design.
why I covered it with a pillowcase.
That's why.
That's why I had a pillowcase on it.
Well, I appreciate you unplugging it for us or uncovering it for us.
I wanted you to experience it.
It was nice. It really makes me feel like I'm in nature.
As clocks go, it's not the worst thing. It's not the worst.
It's not like it's not a like
as clocks go
Victorian cuckoo clock that suddenly has a whole like little dancing clowns that go around.
Dan, can we make as a SaysWho project like a terrifying clock that screams and does various horrible things on the hour? And can we do that?
I mean, we live that.
Yeah. But can we make it and monetize it?
I don't think anyone wants that.
Well, Dan, I just wanted to check in with everybody. We'll be back now doing normal stuff.
Yeah, we'll be back on our normal schedule, as they say.
Hi, everybody.
We'll be back.
It's a real joy to be back.
Is it? I don't think it is. You were sending me those photos. That looked truly remarkably beautiful.
There's beauty in a lot of places, Dan.
Yeah, not here. Not here.
I gotta go.
Well, we will be back on next Wednesday. That is it's going to be February, isn't it? Jesus, the 4th of February. And we'll be back with a town watch this weekend, I would imagine.
Yep. And don't worry, nothing weird will happen between now and then.
I mean, a lot of weird things are going to happen. A lot of weird things always happen. It's all right. Well, guys, we'll be there.
God bless. We'll see you in a couple days. It's been nice talking to you again.
This has been SaysWho.